I compare myself a lot on social media, and I know that I'm not the only one, but I've been learning something that has actually helped. This video, I don't want to over explain you guys why comparison happens or blah blah blah. You guys already know that social media does that to everyone. I just want to share what is the thing that's actually been helping me to not do that. I also broke down this video into 3 parts just to keep it very simple. First, why comparison happens. Second, what to do in the moment. And third, what I'm doing long term to stop it from affecting me so much. Okay, so hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Asa and I help people become the best versions of themselves. It be through self-care, motivation, changing their habits, or trying something new. So this is the episode 3. I hope you guys will like this series, and let's dive into today's video. So first, let's talk about why comparison happens in the first place. The big reason is when you're on social media, we're seeing everyone's highlights all at once. We're seeing people getting engaged, people getting their perfect bodies, one's lifestyle that maybe you want to live someday, and your brain isn't really meant to process all of that information all at once. And even if you're still doing really good in your life, you might feel behind watching those things. And I think that's the part that people don't talk about enough, because I think you don't have to hate your life to feel comparison. It could also be in a good way, you know what I mean? You can still be grateful and still feel like, why am I not there yet? Another thing that social media messes up with is the timelines. I feel like you start thinking you should already have something by now. Like I'm 24 and still don't have a car. And a lot of people who are like 24, they have so many things in their life. They're moving out, they have their own apartments, they have their own cars, they're engaged, they're married, they are having kids. So what? I don't care. I'm where I'm supposed to be, and that's my life. So you start rushing your life even though maybe everything was going perfectly normal and at its own pace. And I think comparison hits really hard when you're in your growth phase, when you're working hard, you know, like when you're maybe like going to the gym and still you can't get the results you want, or you see somebody else's, they already had their perfect body and you're like, this is not gonna work, I might as well just quit. So for me, sometimes comparison, it just shows up as a self-doubt, like a quiet feeling of pressure, like I should be doing more than what I'm doing right now, or I should be moving faster, because I have to be there where the people I'm looking at already are. Because none of this means that something's wrong with you. It just means that you are a homo sapien / human being, and you're constantly consuming that information about other people's life without context. I stopped seeing it as a flaw and more like something I can manage better. Okay, so now let's talk about what to do in that moment when you're scrolling on your phone. You just woke up, you're scrolling, you're having the time of your life, but then you start feeling, oh my god, I need to get up, I need to do something productive, or I'm just gonna waste my life or never reach where I want to be, right? So for me, the biggest shift was learning to know when the comparison happens, when it starts, instead of spiraling in it. Okay, so whenever I scroll and if I see something and I feel like, ugh, why am I not there yet, or I stop, I pause, I literally just stop, and then I just stop scrolling and just reminding myself that I'm just looking at a highlight of somebody else's life and not a full life. When you feel like comparing yourself to other people on social media, you should ask yourself these questions like, is this inspiring me, or is it just draining me, or is it making me feel more bad about myself? And if it's making you feel worse, then you gotta stop watching, girl, right there. Another thing that helps is like, you should think about where you are right now and what obstacles you have crossed to be here. Because when you think about where you are right now, most of the time you're probably doing better than you give yourself credit for. And also the thing that I already said before you can do is, the moment if you feel like comparing, you can just log off, do something else which is more productive and feels more grounded to you. And now the long-term part, and it's your solution. This is where becoming her really comes in. So for long term, what I do on social media is, even if I like the person but their content makes me feel very bad about myself, or I compare myself a lot when looking at them, I just mute them and I don't feel guilty of doing that at all. Second thing, I keep reminding myself that my path is supposed to be different than other people. Like, my life does not have to look like somebody else's life to be successful or meaningful, right? I'm on my own journey, I'm on my own path. My timing is supposed to be quieter or slower, and that's totally defined by me. I focus on my goals instead of other people's outcomes, because literally, when I'm busy doing something, I'm too busy to compare myself, and I barely have any time to even look on social media. So what you guys can do is also like make yourself busy so that you're not just scrolling every day, every time. Number 4 is celebrating your small wins. It could be anything like getting an A on your exam, or passing your test, or finishing a book, or doing your assignments on time, or something like that. These are the things that I used to overlook, and now I acknowledge them and I celebrate those wins by treating myself with a Starbucks. Becoming her to me is protecting my own peace and staying in my own lane, and trusting that what is meant for me will naturally find me. I don't have to chase it, or I don't have to feel bad about not having it yet. And this all comes when I'm not rushing. I know it's really easy for me to talk. It doesn't disappear overnight, to be honest. But when you build self-trust and you have a direction in your life, I think it just becomes very quieter, and it's like a background noise that you don't focus on anymore. And when you're becoming the best version of yourself, you will be less interested in measuring your life with someone else's. And just to end this video, I want to say, if you are struggling with comparison, you're not the only one. I was there, and I'm still a little bit there. You're not alone, you're not behind. I would love to hear your thoughts on this video, on this comparison topic, in my comment section below. And if you want to be a true bad girl and a true baddie and become the best version of yourself in 2026, please make sure you subscribe. The Becoming Her series is all about growing, healing, and learning to move through life with peace. And I thank you all guys for being here today with me. See you guys in my next video.